Ooh, hey, my gorgeous failures. Today's BTV tale is about something that I had never heard of, but I had experienced it without realizing that this was a thing, right? And basically, let's get straight into it. It's called the Crossroads, and a lot of very well known, well, legends really in the entertainment industry and I don't know, sports and wherever else, politics, they've gone to the crossroads and basically done a deal with the devil. Now, I didn't know any of this. And I had had two dreams whereby I encountered the devil and they offered me all kinds of things. Anyway, I've then spoken to Teresa about it. She went, "Oh yeah, the Crossroads. Yeah, it's an actual place down south in America, but it's also basically like a meditation in your mind. Like you deliberately ask to be taken to the crossroads to do a deal with the devil, and boom, away you go." And I said, "Wait a minute, what's the trade-off here? What's the fucking trade-off?" And she was like, "Well, your soul." So I did some research. I did some investigating. I'll get back to my dreams in a minute that I had of the devil. Very, very beautiful, interesting dreams, I've got to say. But so I've found quite a lot of remarkable stories and interviews that you can Google. You can actually Google this shit, whereby Bob Dylan, he says in an interview, "I went to the crossroads," and the interviewer says, "What is this, a physical place?" He's like, "Well, no, for me, it was more through the mind that I went to the crossroads and said to the big man." And the interviewer goes, "God." And he goes, "No, no, 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 other way, other way." That I did a deal. And when he's ready to take my soul, I'm quite prepared for that. But I wanted fame, I wanted fortune, I wanted great writing ability. It's in an interview. Like, I can't make this shit up. I Googled it because I was curious to know about these crossroads, right? And Robert Johnson, great musician back in the, I think it was 1920s, 1930s, maybe 1930s, I'd say actually. He was shit. He was fucking shit. But then he went away for 6 months, came back, and he is beyond the best blues guitar player anyone's ever fucking seen. Well, how? When he had no fucking talent, not a skerrick of talent before. And I love Robert Johnson. I love his music, great music. So, and all these little things like the 27 Club, where, Janis Joplin, the guy from The Doors, I always forget his name, Kurt Cobain, um, um, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, they all died at 27. They call it the 27 Club. Apparently, they all did deals with the devil. Really? Really? Anyway, so I just said to Teresa, why do we all have to fucking do deals with the devil? Why? I don't want to sell no one's going to take my soul. I'm not selling my soul. Go fuck yourself. And she said, "Well, you're right. Why can't you do a deal the other way? Why can't you do a deal with, your angels, your guides, and all that nice, fluffy stuff? Why do you have to do a deal with the devil to get what you want?" So my first experience, my first dream with the devil was I've walked into a room. You know how in dreams there's never really a start, you're just in the dream. I've walked into a room and there's a lovely lady, very well dressed, shorter than me, short hair, in a beautiful suit. And there's this young bloke there who sweeps me up into his arms and we're dancing. And I've just gone, oh, and as I've gone, oh, and as I've looked down, the floor is glass, and underneath is the earth and the universe and the planets. And I'm like, oh, like I'm literally on top of the world, right? And I then look at his feet. I don't know why, but I was drawn to his feet. The man, young bloke who swept me up in his arms to dance with me. I've looked at his feet. They're hooves. And I've just gone, oh my God, oh my God. And she's put her arm on mine and said, yeah, I am the devil. And she said, we could give you everything you want. We could give you fame, fortune, even greater abilities than what you have now. And she said, this is my son. And I've looked back at him and he's just said to me, it's all right, Mel. It's really all right. And I've just gone, oh no, 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 no. And I've said, I've got to go. I've got to go. And I've backed away from them both. Beautiful looking people. Like I still remember their faces. Beautiful, very genteel, very just beautiful. Everything was just glowing and gorgeous, right? Fucking devil. And as I've backed out the door, I've just said, look, I can't. I'm not doing it. I can't. She says to me, we will try 2 more times and then we're going to move on. And I said, okay, fine. Then the second dream, I'm walking into the most beautiful, it looked like the inside of a cathedral. And there's no seats or anything. So it looks like a massive sort of ballroom, but the most beautiful stained glass windows and the ceiling goes so high, like you can't see sort of where it finishes. And there's a man walking far ahead, again, very well dressed. I'm like, what is it with the fucking well dressed and the fucking devil? Like, what is it with that? Very well dressed. And as he's walking and I'm walking behind, I'm just mesmerized by this building, the architecture. And then I look at him because his back is to me because he's walking in front. And I've just gone, oh, it's the fucking. So I've just quickly turned around. I have not looked back and I've walked out the main doors of this beautiful room, this space. And he calls out to me. He says, one more time, Melanie. One more time and we move on to someone else. He said, we will come to you as the most incredible opportunity. We'll come to you as your father, as Teresa, as little, kittens, baby kittens, something that you won't want to say no to. And he said, we will get you. And I'm like, in my head, I've gone, no, you won't, because I'll know, right? I'll walk away. The third dream was literally about 2 weeks ago. And I could feel myself walking on this dirt track, sort of in the bush, but it looked like it was beautifully manicured. Like, do you know what I mean? Or in America, you probably say the forest or the woods. Yeah. So I've walked and I've literally come to a crossroads and I've just gone, oh. And I couldn't see anyone, but I felt energy swirling around me. And this energy spoke and said, this is the last time. You are literally at the crossroads. This is what everybody talks about. Do you want it or not? And I said, no. I said, there's another way. There's a better way. You can't tell me every successful person on this earth did a deal with the devil. It don't make sense. If that was the case, we'd all be dropping like flies, right? Because there are a lot of successful people out there. And so I said no. And like I said, when I've woken up, I've told Teresa about it. And I said, why can't we do a deal the other way? Why do we have to do a deal with the devil all the time? That doesn't seem right to me. Like, of course it doesn't seem right, but it doesn't make sense to me. And then I got chatting with Taryn, and I haven't caught up with her yet. Taryn, who was my artist for my deck, and she went, oh, fuck. She said, I had a dream about the devil the other night as well. I went, what night was this? And we worked out it was the same night. And she said, I said no. And I went, I said no because I don't want my time up when he says it's my time up, or he or she. Shouldn't be gender specific for the devil, right? But it was fascinating. It was fascinating. It was fascinating. So I've been to the crossroads. I actually went, but I said no. I'm sure there's a better way. an easier way rather than have to sell my fucking soul. Google Bob Dylan's interview about the Crossroads. He talks about it. I went to the Crossroads, he says. I did the deal. He actually says, fortunately, I'm still alive. Keith Richards, he actually says in an interview, he said, well, you know, deals get done all the time. He said, I can't believe I'm still here, as he lights up a cigarette. What? What? Very fucking interesting. So that was my BTV tale for the day. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has had these unusual dreams and opportunities come to them. Write in the comments what experiences you've had. I would love to hear. Thank you.